let's walk through how to add a green roof to your Keystone building design. What we're going to do is move to the actual level where we would have that green roof be, which would be level 2 framing. So this is going to be where we're going to put our green roof right here. Now, one of the options as we get ready to prepare for this is you would think for the green roof, we would want to use the roof command. However, because of some of the details Revit has that we want to show in some section views and communicate on some architectural drawings, we're actually going to use floor structural because it actually allows us to show the roof decking and provide all the details that would be necessary to build that. Essentially, though, the green roof does become somewhat of a floor because we're going to have a walking surface and some of those details. So that's kind of why I'm picking this option. So I'm going to choose floor structural. In this type, I'm going to use the 3-inch lightweight concrete on 2-inch metal deck. And with that, we're going to edit the type. In here, we're going to go ahead and duplicate, and we're going to call this green roof. Select OK, and then I'm going to edit the structure. In here, you're going to see that it shows like the concrete and the metal decking are combined. So when I select the structural deck, if you remember, the type was 3 inches of concrete and 2 inches of metal deck. And when combined, it made a 5-inch thickness. So in this case, when I select this, I'm actually going to go down here and notice that the deck usage is set to bound to the layer above. We actually want to make this a standalone deck. So now we can see that there's the 2-inch metal decking, and then I can go ahead and change this based upon some of our loads and everything going with the roof for our Keystone building. I can probably drop this down to more of a 4-inch thickness. And then what I can start to do is add some of the layers above for the green roof and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and insert several layers. So I'm going to insert one, and I'm just going to move it up. And then while I've got this one selected, I'm going to go ahead and insert. I've got 7 of these layers that I need to add in. So here we're at 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to go from top down. So in this case, the first layer is going to be finish 1. And then when I look in here, we're going to add some grass material for our green roof. So now this file was previously kind of edited and shared. So if you have a different kind of file, then that's maybe why you may not see the green roof grass show up, but it should if you're using this particular one. Finish 1 for row 2. What we're going to do below is we're going to put earth in there. So have some dirt in there for our grass to grow in, and then have a 3-inch thickness. Third row, another finish 1 layer. This time we're going to add in some fabric. So this is a drainage fabric, and the thickness on that fabric should be 1/8 of an inch. Our 4th row is going to be another finish layer. That last one will be gravel, or a granular drainage. And we're going to do about 2 inches on the thickness there. So 2-inch layer of that. As we start to move to row 5, this is going to become a thermal air layer. And that thermal air layer is going to be another layer of fabric that gets put in. And it'll be 1/8 of an inch, just like the one above. Our rows 6 and 7 will become membrane layers. We're then going to go ahead and add a plastic. It'll get put down. It's a thin kind of plastic that gets put in, and actually it'll show up as 0 for the thickness. And then our next membrane layer is going to be a vapor retarder that we're going to put in as well, and it's going to have a 0 thickness, much like how we see in a lot of the wall assemblies that we work with here in Revit. 4 inches of concrete, 2 inches of metal deck, and then we're going to go ahead and select OK. This shows you the makeup of the roof. Total thickness, we're going to note this for later, is 1 foot, 2 1/4 inches. I'm going to select OK. The design of your green roof can change a little bit depending upon, there's different types of green roof designs. So this is just a very common one that I've pulled from to be able to, just to have a representation of our green roof. All right, so in this scenario, I'm going to stick with the pick walls option. I'm going to pick all 4 of the walls that are going to enclose our green roof. The only thing is that as I start to look at some of the designs, like this line here, the edge of that green roof would be underneath the wall on column line 3. What's really going to happen in the building construction is that the second floor would actually support that wall. So, and when you think about it, you wouldn't want dirt and grass and things being placed underneath that wall. So we're going to kind of pull that in. So I'm going to cancel a couple times. I'm just going to select that line and I'm going to bring it out and then snap it to the edge of the outside edge of that wall. I'm going to do the same thing on some of these other walls as well, which actually, if you kind of take a look, that these lines, you can kind of see where the I-beam will be. We're really going to be snapping to the edge of that I-beam. So let me make sure that everything looks good there, and maybe just right there to the edge of the wall. There we go. So that will help because just to make this look just a little bit more accurate to our construction. All right, so that should take care of that. I'm going to go ahead and select the green check mark. If you get this message, it wants to try to cut out if there's a little bit of some overlapping. I don't want it to cut out in that scenario, and it's probably because this is lower down in the wall, along the walls right now. So I'm going to just say no. We'll go back to my 3D view. You're going to see there's our green roof, and you'll see it's kind of embedded. I think what we're catching that message is because we're inside of some of these framing members. But right now the issue is that it's set on the same level. The floor always goes kind of below the level that we have going on. So I'm going to zoom out. Let me just select everything here. I'm going to filter out, and I'm going to check none, and then just select the floor. There's our green roof. And in order to make this look accurate, I'm going to go ahead and go to the height offset from boundary. And I'm going to change this to 1 foot, 2 1/4 inches. So that's the same thickness that we saw in that menu. And I'm going to go ahead and just hit apply. And what that's going to do is that's going to bump it up by that much. And if I take a look at this wall here, and I'm just going to do a little temporary hide isolate, just to hide the element. You'll see here's our green roof, and now it's sitting on top of the framing members, which is exactly what we have going on. And then, of course, here's our wall on column line 3, and you can see there's where the green roof is butting up right up against the edge of that wall as we kind of focus on that kind of detail. All right, so looks pretty good. You know, we have again, there might be a tiny bit of that roof that's kind of poking out. Sometimes that parapet cap gives a little bit of an interesting scenario to try to find where we're finding our edges. But overall, this looks pretty good. And so what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to reset this temporary height isolate. And the last thing we'll do in this video is I'm going to go ahead and move to the south elevation. I'm going to go ahead and hide or temporary hide this wall. And what I can do is I can see the top edge of my green roof. So what this is going to do is we're going to, in the architecture tab, move to the datum panel, and we're going to choose level. And I'm just going to choose to pick a line. And then I want to check to make sure that this says create a plan view in our project browser. So, and I'm going to pick the top edge of our green roof here. And this is going to be called, in this case, level 7 or whatever level name it might give. So you'll probably see here that once I have that set, there's like a little green dot here. I'm going to extend this out until it goes in line there. And then I'm going to check that box, which now you'll see that level 7 label will show up. I can uncheck it on this side now, but I'm still going to drag that line out to match the others. So our new level line, you'll see now level 7 shows up in our project browser. And I'm going to just do the little bend. Let's bring this up a little bit. And I can add this level in a little bit more and where we can see it. I'm going to rename this to be green roof. We do want to rename the corresponding views. And now what we've just done is that later on, when we start to add features into this green roof, we don't have to worry about height offsetting every single thing. We can just go ahead and just base it off of this level. So I'm going to reset the temporary height isolate, go back to level to the 3D view, and now we're good to go to start putting some things out there and designing our green roof space.